Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mad Men at the Box, your favorite Doctor Who podcast.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Favorite.
Yeah. Pixel, you have doubts on our own channel?
I don't know. I'm still waiting for the expected Mark Gatiss review. What's the first one?
That'll come out. So first off, we got to introduce our co-host, Oz Chris, our favorite Aussie from Down Under.
The best of us.
That's right. I better be.
Yep.
And you'll be getting an emu in the mail soon.
And then there's me. And so let's get into the news. Which Pixel, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm ready to talk some Doctor Who.
Good. One of us is. I don't know about Chris.
I'll throw on a yeah or sure every once and again to let people know I exist.
Right, as always. So, what do we got for the news today, Pixel?
Well, yes, before we get into our main topic of the evening, reviewing Might of the Daleks, during this past week, the day marked the 18 years since Rose premiered, since New Who came and brought new life into a still living franchise.
Congrats, New Who. You can legally drink in Australia now.
Real quick. You know what, Josh? We get it. The show's about you today, but we got to give love to like our little fellow over here, right?
I also have to say that in the DMs, when Jimmy asked, how does it feel being the best Aussie, Chris went ahead and said that I feel great. Now, what do you want to ask Josh? So we
love
he's in his
Josh.
He's in his master era. Didn't you see his tweets? He got a pocket watch and the fob watch.
First off, we said he was our favorite. We didn't say he was the best, okay?
He's the best of us.
He's the best of us. Okay, come on, Chris. We all know it's reserved for Connor, right?
Oh. I don't know about you, Josh, but I'm not going to take this kind of slander.
50% Connor is definitely the best. All right, let's keep going.
I just want to talk about this picture. You gotta love 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14 right there. Our boy 10-teen.
You know, there's that small portion of the fandom that are complaining, why is David Tennant there? Why is he on everything? Why?
Because he's the Doctor right now. It's simple.
Why is the current Doctor around?
See, I've got a problem with some people online right now in the fandom. It's like they're getting pissed off at people for being David Tennant fans and returning to the show for David Tennant. I'm like, can't we just be happy people are returning to Doctor Who? Look, is that just a small ask?
Yes.
Cool. All right, next topic, I guess.
Memes. One meme for every Doctor Who episode. We reviewed The Curse of Fenric not too long ago. the baby is Joe. Who's Joe? Joe Mama.
Now, someone take Curse of Fenric, take the scene, redub it just for that joke.
Please. That's the next Josh Snares video, right?
Remaking Curse of Fenric and making it memeier.
That would be brilliant.
That would be art.
He's already done One Piece to classify as art. I don't know if he can do it again. It's too soon. He needs a break. Speaking of art,
yeah. Thanks, Chloe. This is bringing back some nightmares.
I don't need whatever the the ship name was, Dan East or whatever. I don't need to be reminded
You know what pisses
that
me
this
off
exists.
is that I know what it is.
You can tell
But it's
by
so
the pixels.
pixely.
I forgot what it was. So I was
I just
staring
I
at
did
it.
take a moment. I'm like, what? And then I kind of see the outlines. I'm like, oh no, I know
Not-
what this is.
Not
This is
again.
slow news week. That's why we're bringing this up. Oh my goodness. This
Why? Why? Okay. So another big release is coming that I don't understand at all. If somebody else can explain. So a vinyl collection of Doctor Who Serpent Crest, which features, I guess, 4 audio stories.
I
is
haven't
being
seen this
released.
yet.
Oh, well, I'm going to go back to the beginning of the video, though.
Is there
I should turn off
copyright?
the sound. I'm going to turn off the sound. It'll-
I don't know. Does Tom Baker own the rights to his voice?
Do I?
Probably.
I would hope so.
So we get Chat GBT Tom Baker. Is that what we're getting?
Oh my gosh. Who's ready for those videos of like when the presidents play video games, but it's the doctors?
Oh, can someone do that, please?
I am so lost.
Oh, you haven't seen this? So, Jimmy, someone like made a like AI that just replicates the voices of like previous US presidents and just put them in like random situations, like them playing a video game with each other. And they're just arguing with one another.
It's great. It's really great.
Like as you can tell, I've been off of like Twitter and YouTube
TikTok?
for 2 weeks now.
He's been living life. How dare he?
How dare you?
I'm
We're a
making
Doctor Who
videos.
fan. We don't go outside.
We don't.
Technically, I'm not going outside. I'm just making videos. By the way, my video it's only been up for 2 days and it's almost at 1,000 views. I think that's okay for me. I'm happy.
Oh, the Lord of the Rings one?
Yes.
Yes. Very good. So yes, I wish I understood. Oh, it's a 5-story adventure, not 4. I wish I understood what the hell this was. It's using the now outdated Doctor Who logo, but it was also using the new Doctor Who logo. Look, right there, you can see it's 13's logo.
Yeah.
But during the trailer, it showed the new square one, diamond-shaped one.
Well,
So-
it's Serpent Crest. Does that mean we're getting the Grand Serpent back?
No,
No,
Damn
it's
it. Damn it! I want Craig Ferguson back.
it's also not the Mara.
Craig Parkinson.
That's 2 snake villains that it's not.
Watch it be the Randy.
the Randy. Did you
The
just say the Randy?
The Randy.
Yeah.
I
The
fucked up.
Randy, my
Watch
fa-
it be
my
the
favorite
Ranny.
Ranny. Thank you.
Ronnie.
It's the Ron.
I'm American.
Randy.
Can you just minus 2 points
Yes.
already, please?
But you're
Randy
not.
the Time
It's not
Lord.
like
The Adventures of Randy Who.
I
Jimmy,
still
what
say
is-
master.
Wait. Jim, master.
I know
Um,
it's master, but I mean I'm American.
No, I'm
Master.
feeling very. Master.
I can't speak
Master.
today.
The master. Anyway,
I'm just
what
too
a
American.
thrilling show this is.
Yeah.
I wish I understood what this was. I was talking with Chris just for a minute about it before.
I'm looking it up now. There was something called Serpent Crest that was an audio drama that came out in 2011. So this could be a re-release or an updated release of it, because
But
it is
not-
also 5. It is also 5 stories.
And it's not
And
big
Susan
finish.
Jameson, is listed in this 2011 one as well.
Why are we getting 5 stories for this, but we only got 3 for like most of Stranded?
But it's not new. See, this isn't Big Finish. That's the crazy thing here.
Yeah, as
It's a
Josh says,
re-release.
It's a re-release.
Josh said that.
It's a re-release from what? I've never heard of this.
Call yourself a real Doctor Who fan and you don't know everything about it.
I'm
Why are you
sorry.
on this channel?
Oh man,
Get
Sorry,
out.
I don't know. I'm
We're in
sorry, I don't know.
shambles.
Leave my presence.
I'm down bad, guys.
He
I'm
really
down bad.
He really down bad
Yeah,
for what?
I'm fucking up tonight. What do you?
That's not what down bad means.
Yes, it does.
No, it's
Yes.
not.
When you're struggling
now-
through stuff, you can say you're down bad.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Down bad refers for like being like really attracted or horny towards someone. Like, man,
No,
you're
it's
down
not.
bad.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
For Bo-Katan, the last few episodes of Mandalorian, I am down bad. That is inappropriate.
Can we get Josh Snares to clear this up, please? What does it mean?
Well, he already clarified it's a re-release, which yes, I just don't know what it's from. It's obviously not Big Finish, so it's, I guess,
It's just
BBC Radio.
It's Audio Go.
We're spending too much time on this. Like, let's be
I know.
honest. This is not worth it.
I'm telling you what it is. Josh has also confirmed it's a re-release. Why are we still talking about it, Pixel?
Fine. I'll move on.
Isn't it nice I'm not the news guy anymore? I can blame it on him.
TARDIS
There we go.
Central.
Mariah, you put it in the chat. Top definition on Urban Dictionary for down bad simply reads when someone is depressingly horny.
Well, I'm always depressed.
That's my secret, Cap.
Well, you put up Freema, so I'm down bad right now.
Fair enough. On the future of Doctor Who, Freema said, Russell T. Davies and Andy Pryor are very intelligent, self-aware, socially aware, and politically aware human beings who are able to shape the show to reflect the people. Let's go in now. And topics that
I changed my mind. Russell T. Davies. I'm down bad.
we know.
Daddy,
we
can
know.
get it.
We saw what you wrote.
No.
And
You
the
need to bring it up
topics.
again.
No. I say Russell T. Davies. You don't have to bring it up.
We
I'm
have
just
to
saying.
bring it up. It's
That's
in
fine.
the contract.
Should we bring up Stephen Moffat then? Is there a Chris Chibnall one we are not made aware of yet?
If there
Let me
is,
find.
I'm never telling you guys.
Let me have a look. There's old
There's
Chibbers have an Instagram.
I don't think so.
You know, he has no social media, which is actually a smart
But
decision.
Jimmy
Yeah,
is safe. Jimmy is safe from making a fool out of himself for the third time.
What if he sends him a letter?
It's just a fan letter, and then Chris is just like,
Chris
"What is
Chibnall
this?"
fan
Fan
mail?
letter.
Uh,
But basically, Martha is saying that RTD, good hands. They'll keep. The
You're
show
right.
going.
They are good hands.
Jimmy, you're making it worse for yourself.
Okay, I'm just gonna shut the fuck.
Jimmy has found out the true definition of a phrase, and he's just running it into the ground.
I didn't even say it that time, but okay.
He was down bad so much that he ran into the ground. He was all the way down. Yeah, it's nice hearing from Martha. I don't know where the things were popping up about her potential return.
It's
with
because of something that almost happened before. She was supposed to like be the character traveling through each spin-off of Doctor Who, and then Chibnall offered her Law and Order UK, and then she went with that. So she was originally going to be the main character, almost the main character, popping up in like every series. And then so now we're hearing spin-offs are coming back, and just
Yeah, because I heard she was supposed to be in the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yep.
But she couldn't. I think. Yeah, she
It went with
couldn't
Law and
make
Order
it.
UK.
Yeah, she was in Law and Order UK, so they brought the Brigadier in instead.
Dear Brigadier.
Which I'm gonna say, like, nothing against Freema, but I think the Brigadier is a better choice to be reunited with Sarah Jane. And we give Nicholas Courtney one more outing as the Brig.
Yes, but also, I mean, they're trying to intertwine it with modern Who, so it would have been good.
I guess,
either
yeah.
way. But either way, it was fine.
It's the more safer choice.
Yeah.
Like a Torchwood crossover would just not work. They're just two completely different things.
Torchwood, Jack's like, all right, hear me out. We kill him. Sarah Jane. How about no?
No.
Yeah, that would have been a little fun.
Captain Jack. Hey, are you seeing anybody? No. Alrighty. One last thing. Channel 5 apparently has a secrets and scandals kind of thing, and they're doing a 90-minute documentary on Doctor Who. I hear that this could be quite bad.
Why?
It sounds like it's as a documentary. It sounds like one of those. You know when you turn on the channel and it's just the mock-up ones, and it's going ahead and these are the details of dramatized events that we are twisting. That's what it sounds like.
You think they're going to bring up the Noel Clark and
John Barrowman.
John Barrowman.
Handles? Maybe
They're the most recent one, so probably, yeah.
Wait, isn't Channel 5 kind of newer? Or is it Channel 3 that's newer?
We'd have to ask a British person, and I don't want to, so...
Are they...
Okay. Little hostile there, Chris. You got something built up you want to talk about?
It's just my country's origins, but you know.
Just
Same.
think. Back then, who would have thought you would have got here now? Not me.
Who would have thought criminals could make a country?
Not me.
God bless Australia.
Okay.
No, I can't say that. Never mind. Oh man. So we're gonna get into the big topic tonight.
Yes. Let me just pull up the post.
And by the way, who needs a documentary on Channel 5 when there's two very good documentaries about Doctor Who out on YouTube? You can watch Clever Dick Films or a person who's in the chat.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, Channel 5, whatever you are. Come up with some original ideas. Very Hollywood of you.
Yeah.
Come on.
So this week's topic, we are going to be talking about Josh Snares' fan film, Might of the Daleks. And I am really excited to talk about it because I had a ball. It was swell.
It was swell.
It was swell.
Who wants to talk about it first? I say we should go to the Aussie.
Go ahead.
Get the Aussie to talk about the Aussie. Wow, thanks. Way to make it about race, Jimmy.
What?
We are sponsored by Disney, so.
So I absolutely love this fan film. I love the work that was put into it to make it pretty much close to an almost authentic, like 60s era feeling Doctor Who episode. With a twinge of like the Twilight Zone, little bit of horror as well. Fantastic. And there's everything about it just works in that time frame. There's nothing I would add or take away to make it have a better experience with it. I think it was just the runtime of it, the pacing of it was perfect.
What are your thoughts on the miniature sets for like the city? What are your thoughts on that?
I enjoyed those. It is kind of harkening back to like we don't have a budget, so we're just gonna have to like try the best that we can to make this look like a real place, but it's not.
You know what? Hey Josh, since you're here, hopefully, still, can we actually pull up the video and not play it, but just skip through and just show pictures of it, like frames, if that's cool with you?
I mean, it's not like you're getting our revenue. We don't have one.
We don't make any. Sorry.
He doesn't make any revenue from it either.
We don't make any. We don't make any.
They don't make. He doesn't make any.
And it's a fan film. They wouldn't be making any.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they did, it's kind of
Here-
like the Darth Vader fan film from a few years back. They actually started making a shit ton of money from it, and then like Lucasfilm joined in, and it was just like, what? You're stealing our money, and then YouTube was like, "All right, here's the money." They had to pay Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
So here's the thing about that, though. All this shows is that we're all poor.
We're all united.
We're all united in.
What you're saying is we need to fight the 1%.
You're saying we need to form a union against YouTube.
How did
Pay people who make you no money. Come on.
Well, we don't make the money, do
Exactly. We don't make them money, so pay us. That's what we're doing. That's our union.
Give me 1 second. I'm just about to have it up. Let me turn off the closed captioning.
Thank you, Josh. We appreciate it.
Yes.
You know what the sets we were talking about a second ago reminded me of? The miniature cities. They reminded me of, I don't know if you guys ever watched like the original Green Hornet.
No. I've only ever watched the Seth Rogen film. I've never watched the original.
Oh, I feel bad for you. The original Green Hornet used like these miniature sets like we see right here. And then you would just see like in a superimposed door slide open. And then like
mute yourself, Pixel.
I'm sorry, I thought I did. My mic didn't work. Sorry.
It actually echoed. We heard it. No, I'm just kidding. So like there would be like a superimposed door slide open, and then like the Hornet car drive out, and you're just like, that's cool. And it just reminded me 100% like this, and I loved it. Almost kind of like Outer Limits a little bit as well. The feel, it's kind of like the Twilight Zone, but they were a little more sci-fi rather than fantasy.
Yeah. I feel that this city set is really, really good. It's of the models, this is my favorite one.
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually gonna look for his thing because I think there was in the credits there was something about the miniature lighting. I'm gonna look at his channel real quick. Mites of the Daleks, 12,000 views, nice. All right, you guys can continue to talk while I look.
We both use a blue Yeti. That's nice to know.
Hey, how dare you steal from the Josh Snares set?
That's right. I stole from the set.
Professor Pixel, you bastard.
I've been using it for weeks and weeks, but yes.
You think we wouldn't notice? But no, yeah, I really enjoyed this fan film. And I feel like even though you know what like the Daleks are, it's obviously a trick. There are nice little setups to show that like they're not there for good intentions. They are not there to help Continent A. Like the whole, like especially my favorite shot is when the Dalek looks at the corpse and just stares at it, just emotionless, no emotions whatsoever, just staring at the corpse. Good indicator, just, yeah, they're not really here. They're not the saviors of Continent A. They're not here to help them with anything. They're there for their own interest. They do not care.
It's like the old Dalek movies. You're like, there's no way they're going to be helping anyone. So yeah. They may seem nice, but no, just no.
Nope. Just nope.
I really liked, because I'm so used to New Who, the Dalek laser shooter noise, and it wasn't. It was like the old retro one.
Yes.
Fucking loved it. Oh man, it was so cool.
Just everything, a lot of thought and detail was put into making this as close to like a 60s like era Doctor Who as much as possible, short of giving the resolution a grainy effect.
I have a real I have a question. I have a question for Josh. I want to know this answer so much. So in New Who, actually there's two questions. In New Who, when the Daleks start to move, there's that sort of noise. In this, it wasn't. It was kind of like the cart wheels. I was wondering two things. Did you do that on purpose for to try to make it feel a little bit older, or did you try to use noises for their movement, but it just didn't work? Like didn't fit the scene or didn't work well with the editing. That's a big one. But also another one is in like the classic Superman with George Reed. His costume wasn't blue, red, and gold. It was just okay.
The classic series Daleks are usually not this loud, but our wheels were louder.
Yep, they didn't put sound effects over it, but it was the sounds of the actual prop.
Those are just loud wheels.
Which I like. It adds to the aesthetic of it being like a 60s era Doctor Who episode. You can hear the wheels move. You can faintly see the outline of the operator inside of the Dalek.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have removed that at all. I would have just kept it like that. And then I think you see at one point when turning on one of the switches, you see like either the wall or part of it like kind of bend in,
shake a little bit,
shake a little by accident. It's just like, yeah, that's something you would see.
And you know what's brilliant?
Classic Who.
You know what's really brilliant is I'm a big fan of using what you have. Like when I used to write like plays for my old high school, I'd go, okay, we have one stage, and instead of moving a bunch of sets, I'd write a script based around the one set we had, and so kind of make it a more personal story within that one set, so there would be no crazy thing you'd have to do. With this, there was 2 rooms and a hallway, and he really used the entirety of that script within each room. I really liked that. You guys feel me? You guys feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand. I think the sets were really well done too. I also want to go ahead and give props to the prop, the Time Destructor. I think it really grew on me. When I first looked at it for a minute, I was like, because I didn't know the exact details of what it was going to do. The president saw it as a tool that could go ahead and basically rewind the nukes, but in reality, it was just accelerating everything to the point of dust. But I
did have one question. If it accelerated all life to the point of dusk, including buildings, that final shot of it at the end where it's standing in just gravel, you saw trees around it. It's just a small nitpick, Josh, but I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding.
So, Josh, what Jimmy is saying is that deforest as much as you want to perfect your shot.
Why didn't you go to the Amazon?
To the council. Don't, I know the council are going to probably send you a letter saying, this is actually illegal. You can't do that. No, the shot
cut
matters.
down the trees.
Controlled wildfires is all I'm saying. Okay.
We have enough trees. 1 or 2 are not going to make a big deal if they're gone.
Also, okay, real quick, there was a question I wanted to get to earlier. So the Superman George Reeves, his suit wasn't actually blue, red, and gold. It was actually a shade of gray, and then his underwear over his suit and his cape was even more of a darker gray because it was shot in black and white. So there would have to be different variations to show the different colors. Did you have to do that with the Dalek? Because I'm wondering, because there are different shades with the Dalek. I would be very interested, like right there. I'd be very interested to know
if
the
you
coloring
see,
of the Dalek.
If there are some set photos, it is silver and gray. On its eyes, those little circles.
Yeah.
They're blue, and so are the bulbs on the lower half.
Oh, so it's like the Genesis Dalek. Because Genesis had the same color. If that's what
Genesis? What do you mean the first ever Dalek episode?
No, I mean Genesis.
Genesis
right?
had the grey ones. Genesis debuted the dark grey.
Hold up. Mm-hmm. Genesis.
Yes, it's the same color as the original '60s Dalek.
Oh, okay.
So the first ever Daleks made. That's where the original colors.
Oh, you're right. It was the gray. I'm thinking. Yeah, I was wrong. Because there is the blue, like the cylinders around his eyes. You see those things?
Yeah.
That's the blue. So I got it confused. All right, my bad. So that's dope. See, I'm not as keen into the whole classic Who, Josh. So don't take what I say for a lot, okay?
He's like, I've watched the Sixth Doctor. That's the peak. That's enough for me.
No. I am never going to say that ever.
Jimmy is a Troughton boy.
Oh, I love Troughton. He is the best classic Who Doctor, in my opinion. You can't change my mind.
See, I always hold it between 3 and 6.
Pertwee's great. Pertwee's great. I have nothing against Pertwee, other than they kind of made him more James Bondish. But besides
that's his aesthetic. So
that is true. That's true.
So one of the key points that I feel we should go ahead and talk about the actors. I think they did a great job. I was going to make a joke about her playing dead right there, but no, I really do think they did a great job. I think the standout role, though, does go to, of course, the president, who I can't remember her name right now, Chris, Google Master.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the Might of the Daleks wiki that was set up.
I have it right here. I'll just go to the ending. Blah, blah. President Amy Fortnum. Fort N-U-M.
Fortnum.
Yeah. So she was great, but let's be honest. I think the Dalek gets the Oscar. It sounded exactly like Nick Briggs.
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to just find a emulator to do a Dalek voice.
I fool around with one too. Well, a lot of it does go into how the actor goes ahead and delivers it, though. It's very important that the delivery.
Jimmy, Amy Fortnum is the actress's name. She's just playing the president.
Yeah,
that's just the name.
I said that. I said the president was Amy Fortnum.
Yeah, but Pixel was asking the actual character's name. It was just.
Oh no,
president.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I was asking for the actress.
Oh, okay. Silly
Jimmy did one thing
one
right.
Good thing today. Thank you.
Wow, Jimmy was right for once. What a shock.
I know.
I'm gonna make a video one day, just all the things I got right.
So
just to spite you guys.
You gotta love the Daleks basically telling her though.
Real quick.
You want to kill yourself.
Real quick.
Why?
Josh, I gotta give directing props. This shot right here, I think it's called the Canto shot or something. Oh, man, I'm forgetting the name. Some Italian name. I think it's called like the canted shot because this shot alone, if you just see this frame, you know she got betrayed. You can see it from the camera angle and her face. She got betrayed and she realized, okay, I got to do something about it. Good job, Josh. Amazing.
Well, this is where she's deciding to.
Scorsese over here.
Yeah,
I want to make my own films one day too.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't think. I think the betrayal comes a little earlier, though. This shot is when she's deciding whether or not to kill the entire planet.
Yeah,
and she does. The betrayal was before in this.
The betrayal was before, but now she's deciding. That's the shot.
To kill every life form on the planet. So here's what I'm going to say on the miniatures because I wanted to wait. I think the planet is fine. I think the only thing I would have changed is the Dalek ship. I feel like the top of the ship could have been a little more.
You don't
more detailed.
You don't like a desk lamp as the Dalek thing? I thought it worked great.
Well, you see the bottom. There's a shot of the bottom that's not this one that you can see it more direct, but it has the finer details into it. So just some engravings in the top, I would have done. But yeah, no. But
we're shitting on you, Josh. That's what we're doing.
I'm shitting on you. But I did love everybody turning to dust.
I want to know how they did this. I know it was just a fade, but I want to know how they got it exactly the same. Okay, so what they did was like they had a person lay down, they faded into the next shot of more makeup until it was sand, but then they got the clothes exactly the same. I want to know if they did like a chalk outline to where to put the clothes, or they used tapes, or they used like a tape to put it down. This is brilliant. I said this on Twitter. I truly believe this is one of the best fan films ever made. Okay, guys, you guys can pitch in every now and then.
I'm sorry. I don't often watch fan films. I don't often watch anything.
When I watch fan films, I make sure to choose what I watch. DW, for the most part, I like DW 2012. I think they put in, for story wise, they've been doing good, but also their CGI has actually been, they've been stepping up with the CGI, really good. And also, Dominic Martin is amazing as the Purple Doctor. But like other fan films, like there's a Batman one that came out a couple years ago. I think it was fan funded. For each aging, they had to lay down still and not move. Troopers, see, it's fucking brilliant. But yeah, so like there's like the Batman one I think came out a couple years ago. It had like a story to do with the Joker. He goes to Arkham, and it was like a weird thing. And the guy who played Abe Sapien in Hellboy, he was in it. He was in a small cameo. He played I think the Riddler. That was pretty good. But then again, I still think this looks better than that. And it had a big budget.
Yeah, the destruction of Continent A capital. There's one specific touch. This one right here, where it's basically showing like it looks like snow melting. Yeah,
aging concrete.
Show aging. It's just such a small touch, just a simple flash, but it reminded me exactly of the destruction that you want to show in something like 60s Who. It was one of those little shots, just here's a little detail. And it really is a good touch.
I got a theory on how they shot this scene. Kind of like how they did the original Spider-Man, where they're just flat, but the camera's at a different angle, and then they blew on it, and it had... That's my theory, but let's hear Josh's, what he actually did.
We're not going to just stay silent. Here's that shot, though, that I said of the look, because you can see the bottom.
Yeah.
You can see it looks like a craft. I just think just along the top would have been a little bit.
You fucking melted it?
We melted it. They melted it.
That's dope. You should use like a flamethrower or some shit. Aussies have weird stuff down there. I don't know what you guys use to melt shit. It's not just like what we do with a lighter.
We just have a cigarette lighter and a can of deodorant.
Axe.
So,
yeah.
No, it's not Axe over here. You guys, I think you guys call it Lynx. Yeah, Lynx.
They call it Lynx.
Lynx. Yep.
Why?
Wait, Chris, you use Lynx? You use Lynx?
Yeah.
Throw that shit away, man.
You're
not doing yourself a service.
Excuse me, do you not want to smell like skateboard and fresh roses?
No.
So I'm going to admit.
Or how about dark chocolate?
If that's in a can, you need to go to a hospital.
What's wrong with you?
Dark temptation, all right?
Nobody's tempted by that.
Maybe that's why I'm single.
Yeah, probably that.
It's not that, Pixel. It's not that.
He has all those suits now, Jimmy, though.
He looks good. He looks
Riz,
good.
as the kids say.
Riz. So, with the two Daleks here, I'm going to admit that I understand that for simplicity sake, that the continents A and B, just quick generic titles given to them. There was a small part of me that was hoping it was like a Destination Wars, where they were named that and they could use the time destructor to go ahead and reverse it again, to go ahead and try to experiment further. And it's basically a time loop, and the Daleks set up this planet to have the two warring factions.
Oh, kind of like
Destination Wars.
Yeah, but also the second box of the War Doctor, the of those time Daleks, the ones that would meddle with time.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one you're talking about. It sounds familiar. Yeah,
I think it was in the
I know what
second
you're
one.
getting at. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was called.
No, but really, these are actually just the original Paradigm Daleks, if we're being honest. That's what they are.
Yeah, so
Do not
it's
talk about the Mighty Morphin Paradigm Daleks.
well. I'm glad you like
them
that
go.
idea.
They had their chance. They failed. Let them go.
I like the Paradigm Daleks too. I like the colors, okay? I like the designated colors for your position as a new team because that's what it was supposed to be. Because
I think no, you got to do if you do like a different positions for Daleks. There's got to be 3. The top 3 Daleks should have different colors to show their rank, not 7.
it wasn't 7.
It was like 5 or 6, right?
It
It
was
was 5.
5. Yes.
Either way, I was being hyperbolic.
But
Even one, then one of them wasn't even a rank. I'm Eternal. The fucking rank is that?
Eternal.
I'm the Eternal rank.
I think
Oh,
the
thanks.
I think they
At least
were
everyone,
supposed to
everyone
be-
else had like an actual like made sense rank, except for Drone. That's just like all of them.
I think the idea of the Paradigm Daleks works, but we never got a payoff of him. He said he actually had a misstep with the victory of the Daleks. Yes, so correct it. Don't just leave it.
Don't just
Well,
like
you can't.
don't just be like, oh, we're just gonna bring back the RTD Daleks and we'll keep the white one as the Supreme because we kind of like that one. All the red ones are now just essentially sergeants.
So
That's ridiculous.
I'm glad you like that idea, Josh. You're free to take it.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
quote Jimmy on that.
Are we gonna get another one?
Don't give Jimmy royalties. Take it all for yourself.
Don't worry about it.
See, there is, and I need to watch it. And you know what? That would probably be a good video series. But they did an animated Daleks series set for Time Lord Victorious, and it was just
I heard about
animated. Yeah, I meant to watch it. I never did, but it's time to check it out.
No one did, to be fair.
Well, I like Nicholas Briggs yelling at me for an uncertain amount of time, but no, I think that there's definitely places the mighty Daleks could go.
Hey, Josh, I'm not fucking around. I want another one. I want one where you actually get the Doctor in an episode with the Daleks. Like that would be fucking rad. Like I think his favorite Doctor, if I'm not mistaken, is the first one. So
Yeah, their favorite Doctor is Hartnell.
Okay.
Am I right, Josh? I'm not slandering you, are you?
Their favorite one. Okay, yeah. So if that's true,
Well, you can't go wrong with that. He is
Can
the
you
original,
imagine?
you might say.
can you imagine something with this quality of a fan film with the first Doctor?
I
It'd be fucking brilliant.
You would just need to. Yes, he is a Hartnell stan. Very good. So
You know that is fair. He says they say I think fan film doctors always cheapen it. I agree to a point. If you do it correctly, it could also like the Doctor would be off to the side doing its thing. And then I don't want to get into it. I think it could work. I do think it could work.
So you just tell the story from the Daleks' point of view.
Yeah, I mean, like I actually had an idea for a Doctor Who fan film where it's kind of like the legend of the Doctor being like post regeneration. We don't see the Doctor. We see his feet walking. We see him getting into the TARDIS, but we never see the Doctor's face. We see everything but his face. But the story is kind of like a narration and told from other people's point of view. That's kind of an idea I had. But
yeah, you could have from like just random people, companions, and then also enemies.
yeah, exactly. Like the name, like the Daleks call him the oncoming storm. How about we hear that story from the Daleks?
I do understand Josh's stance on fan film doctors. Yeah, I really do. It's not a knock towards any that decide that, okay, well, I'm going to make a series with my own Doctor. That's fine, and I'm glad for it. But for the production of this, whenever they had the name Doctor Who, William Hartnell, that was the touch that it needed to feel like, okay, this is Doctor Who, but we didn't need somebody in his place in the episode. And if there is more, I think what you said, Jimmy, you just work around it. I think
again, you gotta use what you have. You can't use what you don't have. So, I mean, if they want to make something with the Doctor, obviously they're gonna make it. But,
unless Stephen Noonan has some time available, just put him in a wig.
you
Josh,
know what, Josh?
What you need to do is you need to hire David Bradley. Okay, go to his house. Hey, I have the script for you. Do it now.
You need to get John Lithgow. I've been saying that for years.
John Lithgow.
Get John Lithgow. Can you imagine that? That would be amazing.
John Lithgow is the first Doctor.
You smacked bottom with a low voice.
I smacked bottom. Yes.
What else is there to talk about with this?
I think we pretty much did it. The Daleks were great. The story, it was quick, simple, but it hits just right. It has the feel. I do feel like the grain might have helped.
Two things. One, I don't agree with that. I thought it was perfect.
I like the grain.
It too. I like it too.
I've been watching Upstairs Downstairs. The grain is a charming effect, okay?
It is. But I thought this worked well without it. If you made a fan film and then if you make a fan film and then add grain to it, that I think would cheapen it. No, but okay, another thing. God damn it, you got me off topic and I forgot. Damn it.
Don't worry, we'll come back to him. As soon as we finish this, he'll be like, oh, no, now I remember what it was.
I would love to read the script. Is there a way, Josh, you could send an email to our YouTube channel's email, the script? I would want to read that. I remembered it. It didn't feel short. This felt like an entire full episode of Doctor Who, like a classic Doctor Who. It had enough time. It wasn't rushed. It had enough breathing room. Were times where you're like, oh, the next scene's going to come up. It let it play out a little bit. And I like that. It was edited to the point where it didn't go longer than it needed to be, which I hate when I watch, like, say, any YouTube video where they just meander on and you could cut out like another 20 minutes of a YouTube video. And it just wasn't longer than it needed to be. And that's what I appreciate. Good editing, Josh.
I didn't mean to ask if it was Josh himself who wrote it. Because there's no writing credits.
Ooh.
I went looking because I want to know exactly who did it, but there's nothing there. So if it is you, Josh, very nice.
Is there an editing credit?
Well, now we can just go ahead to the credits.
No, there's not. I just watched them. Produced.
Well, now we can watch it together.
Yeah. No, there's not.
Now, Josh wrote it. It's at the start. By Josh Snares.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Classic Who does the writer's credit at the front.
Very good. Very good.
Does the writing credits at the front. Dude, astute. Very astute.
Josh edited it themselves too. Well, I can understand that. However, I don't have a hat.
His brain. I just want to pick Josh's brain. I keep misgendering him. Fuck me. I'm sorry, but I just want to pick your brain on directing and editing it. It's brilliant. You watch his other works too, like what is it? The missing episode stuff. It's just brilliant editing. I'm an editor, Josh, so like I geek out about this shit.
He does.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Dude, so what are you doing? Are you in the Avengers?
The 1971?
60s.
Yeah. 60s.
90s. It was it 60s?
Yeah, pretty sure, I think it was 60s. Yeah.
It's
Oh
the
my
1960s.
Are we? I think we're done, right?
I think we're done.
Yeah. Yeah. What more is there to say?
Good job, everyone. Cast crew. Brilliant work. I want to see another one. Is there, Josh? Is there another chance that you might make another one in the future?
Leave some material for Chris's interview, please, Jimmy.
Yeah. Fuck Jimmy.
Take it all.
It's gonna be like a 1-minute video now.
No, this will be good because people who don't watch this, they'll probably watch the video. So.
Well, it will be worth watching it anyway for two great Aussies. There
That's
you go.
true.
There you go.
Oh, they did an exclamation point.
Maybe.
No, that's not a maybe. That's a maybe.
That's right. If there was a question mark, it would be more of a question. Maybe.
Unless they're Andrew Garfielding and is just lying.
Do we have name speculations? What hasn't been done?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah, what has
I was shocked that the
Josh,
might
can
of
you
the
bring the
Daleks-
Spencerites back?
Is it gonna be like a Christian? Now it's Might of the Doctor.
Maybe of the Daleks.
Maybe of the Daleks.
Should we exterminate them?
Maybe. I do not know.
No, it's just a question mark at the end of every exterminate.
Now, what we need
We're the
to
monsters
find...
of you all.
We are the supreme race.
Actually,
No,
it wouldn't be. You know that always bugged me. They did say race. They should say species.
Eh,
But then again, allegory to a certain party in World War II. So
how dare you? How dare you? You got to see the Dalek in person,
Damn
you
it,
lucky
Connor.
son of a bitch.
We almost went a full episode without Connor here, guys. Can you believe that? It would have been great.
What we need to do...
Connor, you missed out when both me and Josh were both angry that Jimmy said you're the best Aussie. So there you go.
I said it. You didn't
Yeah.
say shit.
Now we just need to find somebody who's able to do a Mondosian Cybermen fan film, and then we can bring the two together for a classic Dalek Cybermen Civil War. That's what I want. Well, not Civil War. Just war.
You wanna
No. A Josh Snares Cyberman story. I love the Cybermen, especially Tomb of the Cybermen is my favorite classic. Can you imagine a Josh Snares Cyberman? Dude. I want to. Can we just have the BBC fund Josh Snares just to make more? Because he's doing better than most of their stuff recently. This 12 minutes was better than the entire 49 minutes of Legend of the Sea Devils.
Well, everything.
That's not hard.
That's fair.
That's not hard.
But like
literally,
that's my argument to pay him to make more.
Do you know how low you just set the bar?
I'm
Literally
just saying. That's
anything's
my
better than
argument to pay
Legend.
him. Oh man, that'd be great. No, but let's be honest. Hey, Josh, Cyberman story, bro. Cyberman. I would love a Mondasian Cyberman story.
They are the best Cybermen.
They are.
I know. I think I've said that before, but they're just the best design. I feel they're just on that edge of human enough that you feel the terror of what they are.
That especially that like old surgical like suit that they used to wear. Fucking brilliant. That's horror. And like the best Cyberman stories aren't about conversion, they're about body horror. The things they'll do to your body if you're captured. Not we're just gonna turn you into it. This is like you're gonna not be human.
That, and you can make a classic cybermat. Who doesn't want that?
I want more Cybermats. Let's be honest. Come on.
It's just a wind-up rat.
it has the mouth walking as well.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Oh man.
So, I mean, I mentioned it when we did our if we made a whole season of Doctor Who, I'd love to see a Cyberman horror story
100%.
with the Mondasian design, because that would work. Chef's kiss, perfect.
When they brought it back for season 10, I obviously was spoiled way ahead. But that was still the most exciting thing, just to see them again. Because no offense to all the costumes after that, but you can't get better. You just can't.
The best two designs are the Mondasian Cybermen and the first appearance of the Cybermen in New Who. I think those are the two extremes you can use.
No, see,
futuristic Cybermen. Use the 2006 one, and then if you want to just do like a classic kind of Cybermen, use Mondasian.
Robotic.
Those are the two you need.
You can't tell that there's a person behind that. Like, that's the thing. You can't. It looks just like
just a robot.
Yeah. So
no, but I think that's why it's the extreme version.
The only good version of the more modern looking design is the one. What's it called? What's his name? Ashad, something like that. From
Handles?
No, from Haunting of.
Villa Diodati.
Yes.
I like that one. I like that one a lot.
He looks really good, but then it's wasted because then the cyber masters come in.
I thought the only problem with the one from Village of Diodati, whatever, he was too human when you saw his face. I wish there was a little bit less human with his face.
You just want his face more aged. That can be done.
More aged or more deteriorated.
Skeletal.
Not skeletal. I think that's too far. Because then there wouldn't be an actual brain to function the suit.
Do they need a brain?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Otherwise, why would they take the humans?
Well, that's what they start with, but then they're connected to the cyber center or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, but like the whole point is to convert humans to that. So even with Rise of the Cybermen, the first one in New Who, it was just his brain. You got to see only his brain. I think the
question
only
saved for later.
Yeah,
one.
That's true. So I think you think that's it.
Yeah.
Rating? Should we give a rating?
I don't know. How do you rate art?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you can't rate it to the typical terms.
Would you rate? Okay, how would you rate it if it was compared to a classic Doctor Who story?
I'd say faithful enough to have that same kind of feeling.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Although if this was a real classic Who, this would have been like 6 parts.
Yeah. This was
just
2 minutes each.
It's just 2 minutes each.
It's gonna be the intro, 1 minute outro. Pixel, how would you rate it compared to classic Who?
I mean, I can agree. It is it's completely faithful to that aesthetic that they were going for. See, it's hard to rank it because it feels like a part. I understand that this is the full thing. A and B, they're already dealt with. Their planet's nothing, dust. However, because of while we said it does feel like a full-length episode, it feels like a full-length 30-minute episode, which is not a full episode, a full story for Classic Who. So I don't know, how do you rank part 1 of the Time Meddler? So that's my only problem with doing a typical numbered ranking. But it's completely faithful to the 60s that it's trying to go ahead and aspire to. It's really solid. And you are completely right, Jimmy. It's better than Legends of the Sea Devils, but it's really also better than most of Power of the Doctor. Honestly, if you want to get honest,
really?
Yeah, most of it.
You mean like the
when
first
you
half
get
or
past
the last
the fan
half?
wanking stuff, it's a mess of a story.
Yeah,
this
fair enough. Yeah.
this is, like we said, it's simple to the point, but that's what makes it brilliant.
Yeah.
Makes it art.
I actually like this story more than I liked. What was the name? Not Resurrection. The one Sylvester McCoy's Dalek story.
Remembrance.
Yeah, I liked it more than Remembrance. I'm not a fan of Remembrance. I think I told you guys.
But they have Ace hit a Dalek with a baseball bat.
Exactly. Hate it.
I'm sorry, that's peak.
No, that weakens the Daleks. The Daleks should be the most vicious creatures in the universe. And a baseball bat.
Okay, do I need to talk about Grace?
No.
No.
Never. No, but it's
I'm going to see Sophie Aldred in like 2 weeks.
Oh, lucky.
So I'm going to say, hey, my co-host absolutely hates your first full episode. Yeah, so. So have you heard of Grace? I've got this really interesting spin-off idea I want to run by you.
That's right.
Terrible, isn't it?
How would you feel about snogging Graham?
Not snogging. It's full.
No.
Nope.
We have enough.
That's horrific. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that episode. That's why I say, a lot of fans like it. Obviously, it's probably one of Sylvester McCoy's better episodes, but I hold it higher than that. I think this is terrific.
Better than Delta and the Bannermen?
Can I just say, this one 12-minute fan film is better than all of the Sixth Doctor.
You are freaking killing me here.
I can't stand the Sixth Doctor.
Because you don't understand the greatness that is the Trial of a Time Lord. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't say that I like it more than one of my favorite classic stories.
The beginning and ending of Trial is okay. The middle is just horrible.
It's not horrible. You're wrong.
I can't stand it. Okay, we should end out. Cancel Jimmy. Thanks, Marania. Appreciate it. So thank you everyone for watching this week's Matter of the Box Live episode. Thank you, Josh, for being in the chat while we discuss your beautiful fan film. Connor. Yep. So we'll see you next week. What are we discussing next week? Didn't we? No, it was a topic.
We have a topic next week. Our topic is
creating our own monsters.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. If we had to create our own monsters, what would it be? Obviously, Chris came up with the laughing angels rather than the weeping angels.
The laughing demons. Which is
actually
just the Satan.
Actually, I came up with an even better monster.
No.
I don't know. I'm just going to tell you now. It's called Grace.
You win next week. Oh man!
It's a conceptual being that strikes fear into everything by telling everyone what it is about.
I think seriously, that is the most work that I've put towards anything on this channel. That one joke of a spinoff.
That should tell you everything about your other work on this channel. No. Okay, let's end out. Let's go. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you later. And Geronimo.